Ramesh has touched upon already and set the context. We'll see how the metro, the subject of the Internet of the Things, which is very relevant for this. So we'll see the application side, how it is actually done in the project like a metro, which is Hyderabad Metro, your own metro. So see the urban transport scenario today. The cities are clogging because of the growth engines, more and more migrations, more and more problems. We have pollution, we have accidents, productivity loss, man-hour loss. So what's the solution? What do we need? Obviously, we need an intelligent transportation system, which can be efficient, which is safe, and cost-effective as well. And the IT solutions, the IoT, obviously the key which can lead us to that side. So what is basically intelligent and a smart transportation system which is user-friendly, which has a lot of amenities, what we need, the young population needs, the Wi-Fi, the e-ticketing, one-stop shop, where you can pick up the food in the morning, come back in the evening and take up the groceries from there, which can change your life pattern, and also convenient and safe for everybody, maybe ladies, older people, and so on. So here comes the solution, Hyderabad Metro Rail project, where we have the driverless technologies, we have the state-of-art systems, IP-based systems, automatic fare collection, and the provision of the Wi-Fi in the trains, and a lot of multimodal integration, which is also being planned in terms of feeder buses, skywalks to the other buildings and other infrastructure. See the station just to start up. It's a quite friendly station, very small, sleek, 6-car station. We have to run initially 3-car trains, but ultimately we can run 6-car trains. Easy entry and exit in the form of escalators, elevators, and disabled friendly for all the, right from braille button to the tactiles are also planned on the stations. This is a couple of pictures. I'm not going in much detail, the station. Train of the key is obviously the key of any metro project or any railway project. So we have a lightweight modern rolling stock which has a regeneration capacity, and you will be surprised to know that 40% of the energy consumed by the train is actually fed back to the system. So the motor becomes engine when it starts braking, and when it regenerates, the power is actually consumed by the other train which is there in the vicinity, which is a very, very great initiative. It is possible with the advancement in the IGBT and the power electronics technologies. A lot of passenger information system, displays, the air condition, and even the weight of the train is sensed by to feed the air conditioning to input to the air conditioner. So this is, you can see the train actually is a live model in itself. It is controlled by a computer train information management system, which actually takes the control of each and every equipment on the project in terms of the train, whether it is bogie, coupler, air conditioning, how much cooling has to be done is actually sensed by the weight sensors. And it also talks online with the system, so sends the data online like an aircraft. All the fault data are transmitted online to the control room. So control room is aware what is going wrong with the train, whether it is healthy, track the position of the train, and so on. So on coming on to the signaling, if you see on the signaling technology, which is obviously the heart which controls the train, we have a modern communication-based train control where the train is controlled. These are various modes, I'll skip this, where the train is actually, all the actions are controlled unmanned in the train, where the train can be driven based on a speed code automatically. So there is a speed code, a cab signaling in the train, where the train is driven automatically by the system itself depending on the position of the train ahead. So it's called, there is no signal on the line side, very few signals, but there is a concept of cab signaling which actually gives the speed code to each train through the Wi-Fi radio system which we have installed along with the viaduct itself. You can see the picture. So the speed code goes to the train and the driver is just there for observing. He is not doing any action. He only acts in case of a degrade mode. This is just a picture, since most of you are techies, how the train is run in a one Wi-Fi zone. It actually catches to the other zone. So we have multiple zone controllers which keep track of the train in the. Coming to the communication systems, we have a lot of gadgets in terms of the telephone, the passenger information which are linked to the train to give the live information to the passengers. Announcements are automatic. We have a captive radio system which actually is used exclusively only for the metro. Announcement can be made from the controllers in the operation control center. In all the trains or selective trains, a passenger in a train can also talk to the control center by a press to talk switch which is provided in the train. So it's full of gadgets which are smart technologies for the passenger amenities. The ticketing system is an automatic fare collection which is a contactless RFID. Couple of my next speaker will cover possibly on RFID. It's a closed loop system where ticket has to be validated while going in and out. We have vending machines, the smart cards. The smart card is also programmed with a combo card with ICICI Bank cards, where their ICICI Bank card will also work as a ticketing card for the metro. And top up is actually possible online, web, or also on an ATM. Any ICICI ATM we can top up the card. So we need not to go to the counter for topping up the money in the smart card. These are the ticketing equipment. Very important, I forgot, this is the NFC compatibility. As you know, the near field communication technology which is going to come in the mobile phones very shortly, in the low end mobile phones as well, which will be used as a smart card or a stored value card. So mobile phone will also act as a ticket. The system is capable and programmed already for the NFC capability. These are the equipment. You can see the ticketing gates, the vending machines, and also the portable machines for the ticket. Building management system, the complete stations and the buildings are actually having the state-of-art building management system, where right from a light to a pump to a fire alarm to air conditioning, everything is controlled and monitored through a building management system on the station. So coming back in the command and control center, we have a command and control center at the central level, which is planned in one of the depot, where everything of the project right from a train to a pump will be monitored and controlled. We have a backup control center for any emergency happens. The building has to be vacated, so the command can shift to the backup control center. And the last is the station control center, which actually can be used for a degrade mode to continue the services in case the both backup and the main control center fails. This is a picture of the control center where we have a lot of video walls. All the status and the control actions are taken by the controllers. We have a viewing gallery on the top. You can see on the top actually there is a viewing gallery where the visitors can see, and there is a crisis management room which is attached to the control center. In case of crisis, the people can meet there. On the asset maintenance of the assets also is planned through a Maximo software, which is asset management software, which actually gets all the feed from all the systems and plans a condition-based maintenance. Condition monitoring is done. So rather than going and repairing equipment based on a schedule, we have to collect whether the equipment needs the repair. Suppose the ticketing gate is to be repaired based on a cycle. So cycle will be captured and then the repair will be done automatically, the work order will be created. So that's how the IT plays an important role in the asset management system. So in summary, we will not take much time. We have implemented many new technologies on the project. Today we are the most modern metro in the country and also in the world. Lot of new technologies have been adopted. We have got many awards. Very important award, Engineering Project of the Year in the Global Infrastructure Leadership Forum in New York. We have a user-friendly design and we are defining the new benchmarks for the project, metro projects. Also, it has brought a lot of capacity building and a lot of jobs to the local engineers, also the entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs who have been associated in the localization, installation and testing and commissioning of the technologies. From there, they can actually take off. All of you can take a lead and take off and start into localization and indigenization as well. And last, it's a live example of Internet of Things, which is the topic for the day. Thank you. These are couple of photographs. I'll just skip through.